Welcome to Fusion 360. Now what we're going to do in this video is we're going to make this little welcome sign. Just to bring you a bit of an introduction to some of the features that Fusion 360 has. When you first open Fusion 360 you might get a panel like this on your left. So you might come to here, might ask you to log in, whatnot. Might ask you to create a new project, so you just create a new project and create one called welcome if you like, or whatnot. Right, and then this is where you save stuff. Right, so what we're going to do is we're just going to create a new project. This is a platform that you should get when you open it. Alright, there's a lot of interface, a lot of different stuff that you can do. Alright, so we will be using a lot of Sketch. Just lines, rectangles, ellipse. We'll use a trim tool. We'll also be using Extrude and maybe some other stuff. Alright, when you have look over here, there's a cube, so top right. The cube basically shows you what you're looking at, what view this here is looking at. So you can move that around by just clicking on it and moving your mouse around. Sometimes you might get lost. There's a little home button, so just push home. If you want to go to a 2D platform, click on top face. If you also want to rotate it, there's little rotate arrows there. So pretty simple. Down here is just display settings. You won't need to worry about them. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to start off, so let's just go home. Alright, we want to sketch a rectangle. So what this is asking what side of this cube do we want to start drawing on. So we want to draw on the top side. So we just click that and this brings it into 2D drawing mode. So we drop our rectangle. Alright, instantly you'll see that it comes up with 2 dimensions. So there's obviously up, down, left and right. So if we can just straight in, you can do this 2 ways. You can take it to 50 mils and go up and try to find 50 mils this way, or you can just type it in. So you just type 50, that'll take it up to 50, push tab and type 300, and that'll take it to where we want to go, and then you just push enter. Alright, now to create this into a little backing board, what we need to do is we need to extrude it. So push extrude, and we select that profile. Alright, and we want to extrude it by 2 mil, so that's the distance here. So we can type that in here, we can type that in here, or you can spin it around using shift and your little ball arrow key, and you can just drag it out 2 mil if you like. Sometimes you might have to zoom in. Yep, 2 mil. And push OK. Alright, we can see it is now a rectangular cube, because we've got edges now. Alright, so let's push home. Now we want to draw on this platform. Alright, using our sketch, we want to draw a line. Now, let's have a quick look. So we know there's little shortcuts here. So L, T, O. What they are is you can just push them on your keyboard and then it'll just basically be the same as clicking that button there. So just so then you don't have to always come back here and click. If you clicked in the wrong spot, you can push exit, or you can right click and it'll bring up this interface here. Alright, so you just click OK and that'll get rid of it. You can also right click and that'll bring up all this as well. So if you're trying to find something a little bit quicker than going up here. There's a lot of little shortcuts with this program. Alright, so we're going to start off with our W. Our W, to me, is the hardest one to try to get right. They always seem to struggle with trying to get it correct, or to look correct. So now what I do is I start off with the outside lines. So now, as you can see, if I click it, my line stays there, so I have to escape and then push L again get that shortcut happening. Yeah, escape, L again. Right, sometimes you might want a certain point, so if you bring it up to that point and then go down, you get that little blue line, so that means that you're still on that point, and it will snap to that point. Alright, so exit. Now, I want the line again, so I put my line there, and there. Alright, so this line, go to about there. Alright, this line here is going to go to about there, there. Right, now if I want to go parallel with this one, put my line there and it'll take me parallel. Now what these lines here, these two lines mean that those two lines are horizontal. Horizontally parallel, so they're the same angle on them. Alright, so that's our W done. Alright, the inside's a little bit wider. You can click and move, so if you go OK, you can click and move points around if you want to try to make it look a little bit better, but I don't think that looks too bad. It's a little bit thicker here than here, but that's alright. Alright, so now our next letter is an E, so we can do a capital E because a capital E is a lot easier. Alright, we want our width, so our height here. Now we know we want this line to be 10 mil, so if we go out to 25 mil, go up 10, in, 15, up 5. Now if you push this, it'll close your line, so you want to avoid pushing that, so you might have to zoom in and out to just bypass that. Alright, so if we go there, we get that little blue line, so we know that that's in line. So, yeah. Well, see, now we've gone too far here. So what we can do, we can click exit. Let's move that back down here. Line here. And click there. Cool. So now that's all closed up. Alright, second letter is, or third letter is an L. Probably one of the hardest letters to get right. No, just kidding. Alright. Now, our fourth letter is a C. So to get the C right, what we can use, so you can use circle. I've used circle in the past, but it didn't quite look right, so we use ellipse. And we want to go to the point, this center point here. Alright, fine. So this dark line here, the reason why these are slightly darker than these ones here is that they are in the center, so they're like 10 mils. They're certain mils apart. Alright, so you click in the center with your ellipse, click in the outside, and then your width. So if you were to go like a circle, it just wouldn't look right. I think that's a circle there. It just doesn't look right. So ellipse works better. So ellipse, we want to have about 25 mil wide. So instead of trying to search for that 25, which can be a pain, right, we'll just type 25, and that takes it to it. Push enter. Alright, that locks it in. Alright, so there's our ellipse. Now we want another one on the inside. Alright, 12 mil. And there's our part of our C. Now as you can see, this is still highlighted, so that means we're still in the ellipse mode. Push exit. Right, and over here you've got select mode. So before we create the rest of our C, what we might do is we might copy this. So push Control C, click Control V, right. And these arrows here move your copy piece because it's just pasted our copper piece straight on top. So we just click that, drag it straight across. Alright, now we've got our O because our fifth letter is an O. Oh, no, I hit cancel. Don't know why I did that. Alright. Push OK, not cancel. Alrighty, now what we need to do is finish off our C. So use the line tool so you can zoom up. Alright, this here, it will snap. If you see how it turns blue, that means it's on a line there. So if it's out here, it's not on one. So we can click. Alright, so it's not on a line, it's on a line. Double click. Alright, now we want to go here, it's on a line. Yeah, on a line. Alright, so that's parallel with that line. Now we want to cut these lines here. So let's escape that, push T for trim, trim those lines away, and now we've got our C. Alright, so now we've got our C and our O. Now our next letter is an M. So the M is very similar to the W, so we could sit there and draw all the lines again, or we can save time. Just select our W, copy that over, Control C, V, drag that over. Alright, now we've got a W. We don't want a W, we want an M. So if we select that center point, it's not quite center point, but we can move this around. Nope. Sorry. Don't select any points because it wants to hold all points for it to rotate. Alright, now if you select that square, you can move it up, down, left and right at the same time. Alright, or if you select one of those arrows, you can only go left or right. Alright, that's our M done, so that was a lot quicker. Push OK. Now our E. So we want this one, so that's our select tool. Control C, Control V. Alright, drag that E all the way across, and we are done. So now we've created our letters. Now we want to extrude our letters, same as before. Extrude, select our letters. Alright. Now, if you've selected the background, it's going to extrude that as well. So make sure we don't select the background. And don't select the inside of the circle as well, because that will just look like a ball, not an O. Alright, now what we want to do is we want to extrude it. Now, if we hold shift, rotate it again so we can see it on an angle. There's a little blue arrow, which is at our E here. What we can do is we can just tilt that up, and we go 5 mils, actually pretty good. Alright, this here gives it a tapered angle. So you can see how that makes it bigger and how that sort of puts an angle on it. Makes it look a bit weird. So I like to put a bit of a tapered angle. I think it looks cooler. So you can just play around with that, give it a bit of an angle. Right, you can also do that in here, how it's got tapered angle. You can just type it in there, so 15. Right, but it will go outwards and inwards at that angle, so you might have to go -15 for it to go inwards, if that's what you choose. Alright, so we push OK once we've finished. Alright, and then we have our welcome sign. Cool. Now, the last thing, we have a big, huge gap here, so we want to move this in. So what we can do is we can select this face here. Alright, we go create, extrude, but we don't want to make it go out, we want to make it go in. Alright, so what we can do You just grab this arrow and just drag it in. Alright, I like to click on this and make sure to drop it so it looks pretty much even with the W. Now we push OK, and that is done there. Cool. So there's our welcome sign. I think that looks a little bit better than my last one, but that'll give you some pointers on some things to use in Fusion 360. Alright, last thing, make sure you save your welcome sign or anything that you create. So welcome sign, might want to put your name in there. So, alright, so you save it. And then I'll put it up here. Alrighty, and now that you are done.